Looking forward to
Yeah,
we need
this
a
is
we need a
bullshit.
defensive tackle from the WWE.
You really want me? You really want me to break down drafts? What kind of draft party are we gonna have when you're signing? Dude, this is Jesus criminy. Radar. Breaking Eagles signed wide receiver Devon Allen. Devon Allen. Who?
Ooh, yeah, right, exactly. Ooh,
Oh,
let me see who this is.
oh my God! You gotta excuse me, Barrett. I was gonna apologize on Brandon Cooks.
What's that?
They just had a big because you know what? I looked at the fact that of his 8 years in the league, 6 of them had 1,000-yard seasons.
Yeah, yeah.
I was wrong. I was wrong. I want that guy too, but they have the greatness of. Is it Devon? Please tell me that's like that's like an extended April Fool's joke.
Right. I don't know.
Xander, confirm that.
I
Vape,
don't
I'm
think
not
so.
calling you a liar. He
No, I
hasn't
don't
played
think so.
since 2016. Hold on.
Eagles signed wide receiver Devon Allen. Allen is a two-time Olympian and former Oregon wide receiver who is giving the NFL a shot as a 27-year-old. Well, they did have workouts today. Eagles had open roster workouts for local kids around the area.
So this is like this is like the guy from Invincible.
Yeah.
A Vince Papali deal.
Yeah, it is. It says the Eagles have signed wide receiver Devon Allen, a 27-year-old who was at time passed by to pursue a professional football career to become an Olympic star, a 3-time national champion in the 110-meter hurdles, and a 2-time Olympian. Allen worked out for NFL scouts at Oregon Pro Day recently and impressed the Eagles enough to merit a visit on Thursday to the NovaCare complex as the team later announced a contract. Wow.
Hey,
Speedster.
Barrett, I know you worked with a guy with no names. I got nothing for you. Hey, Barrett.
Wow.
He's a duck.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I'll have to ask 16? I don't know if he was there. I'll have to ask Mario about him.
Well, it says Allen
leaving no stone unturned. I hope that's a goof. Do you know this guy, Dave?
Spadero. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look this up.
You don't. The Eagles have signed a former Oregon wide receiver.
Put it back up again.
Yeah, put it back up. I got to read this shit.
It says leaving no stone unturned.
He's one of the world's fastest men. Great. I'm sure that translates into being a ball player. My story on taking a shot at.
I know Dave too. Dave Spadero. Spuds is a good dude, man, but he works for the Eagles, so of course he's gonna run this as a positive thing. Can he catch? I don't know. He hasn't played since 2016. Is that taking a shot or is that just what I'm saying?
What do you think?
What is that? What is that? Yeah, dude, I don't know.
It's cheap shit again. Oh my God, I thought I was going to get 2 hours through where I wasn't going to dog this team. Do you know that I did everything in my power? Someone even brought it up. Hang on. Someone even brought it up. Sileo is bringing the same shit. Yes, because I wanted it to be positive. I don't want to end the Friday going, Johnny, nobody. Contract term 1 year. $19.95 and a tank of gas.
Oh my goodness. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good.
I'll take a food card. I'll take a food card.
EBT tomorrow, yeah.
This is too much for me, man. Wait a minute. Is this the shit that goes on all the time?
Yes.
Educate me. Is this the clown shit and the clown show that goes on every offseason?
Yes.
How did you win that 17 Super Bowl? How?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The cards just fell out. We had a 10 and an ace. We scored 21. Blackjack, bro. We won, man. The cards fell the right way.
That may be the luckiest Super Bowl in the history of Super Bowl era games.
Well, how many times you heard me say that though?
But they beat the Patriots up, so I don't know, man. I mean,
oh no,
they beat teams. You know what they had, Barrett? They had the best combination in the history of the Super Bowl era with D-line and O-line since those Steeler teams back when they won 4 and 6. Those units were the best as a combo, right? The D-line and O-lines.
Yes, absolutely. They've always had success because they make sure that the interior, that the trenches are definitely taken care of. And when you take care of that, you can afford. Maybe they put too many of their assets into the offensive line and defensive line, and not enough everywhere else.
Barrett, wait a minute. I got a call. Wait a minute. Yeah, Jalen. we got a guy to help you out become an NFL quarterback. Yeah, you're gonna really love this guy. No, it's not Brandon Cooks. No, we couldn't. No. I know. You want someone. Julio. No, we've talked to Julio. What's the guy's name again, Barrett? Hold on. Hey, Jalen, hang on. What's the guy's name?
I think Devon something. Devon
or Devonair Allen. He's a track guy. Yeah, he ran against Usain Bolt back in the day. Yeah, he's an Oregon Duck.
Well, they have a great track team now. Oregon has a great track team now.
Great.
2016.
Hey, Jalen, we're here to help you become the player that you're going to become. Not. Come on, man. I can't go.
Looking forward to it. We need a defensive tackle from the WWE.
You really want me to break down drafts? What kind of draft party are we going to have when you're signing? Dude, this is Jesus criminy. And you know what? I feel for you, Barrett, because you got to be somewhat of a cheerleader.
Bro, it's tough, man. This is tough. And Dave.
How many times you say "Go Eagles," man?
You got to E-A-G. That's you have to say it like that, bro. You have to go out there like that, bro. You don't say "Go Eagles." E-A-G. It's tough. It's tough. Now, what if this kid
don't do it.
The most damning thing is this kid goes out there and catches a bomb during preseason. Then they'll look like the smartest guys in the room, and that'll be the only catch he has all year, and they'll keep him on the roster just because of that one catch. That's what's going to happen.
And he's cheap.
That's another reason why they're going to keep him. Here we have a veteran guy because he's going to be looked at like a veteran guy who hadn't played any football since 2016, man. 2016.
6 years ago.
Wow.
Hey.
All right, we go.
Why didn't you sign Kaepernick?
That's what I was just about to say, though. Why don't we just go out and sign Cap? Cap's only 4 or 5 years removed from
right, watch this. Trade Minshew. Get a I don't know, third or fourth. I know the Colts wanted him.
What? I'm gonna tell you this. He and backup offensive tackle, whatever his name is.
Isaac?
No, backup offensive tackle. First round, Andre Dillard. Minshew and Andre Dillard are going to be huge in the draft this year. Huh. They're going to be huge draft trade pieces in this draft. Huge. Because I'm telling you right now, Andre Dillard.
Xander, I like that.
Andre Dillard is now a pretty good offensive tackle, bro. He started out weak. He's still only a one-sided player. He can just play left tackle, and that's probably his. The worst thing that you can be in this organization is be a one-sided, one position guy on that offensive line because everybody else plays everything.
Trust me, not the thing you want to have. But Barrett, you think they'd let loose of him?
Yes, for assets, he will definitely be a huge trade piece. People want him. He had great tape. He played well when called upon this last year. I mean, played very well. You know what I mean? He showed me something, man. So he got a lot better. He got a
What would
lot
you get for
stronger.
him?
He was a first rounder. So, I mean, he's going to garner, a pretty hefty price tag,
You think a 2 or 3?
Yeah, right. Well, about a 3 or 4. Almost guaranteed. He's gonna garner some attention, man. He's that good right now. He could be a starting left tackle in the league right now.
Would you think that if you called up the Texans and said, "I'll tell you what, I'll give you Dillard for Cooks," they would go for something like that? Because they want a second rounder for him. Instead of giving up a draft pick, why don't you just trade a player to the Texans to bring that guy in?
Right.
And then you have yourself a legitimate wide receiver at the position. Here's a guy who's, and by the way, to your point, you were dead on with him. He's 28. We're not talking about a guy in his 30s. He's 28 years old, Brandon Cooks. 6 of his 8 seasons, he's had 1,000 yards. I mean, this guy's had some pretty shitty quarterbacks, but he's also had Deshaun Watson throwing him the ball. I'm surprised that he's not a Brown, because that was one of his go-to guys besides having DeAndre Hopkins there.
Yep.
I didn't realize he was the other guy on the other side of Hopkins when DeAndre Hopkins was in Houston. So, I mean, he knows what it's like to be in a huddle with a big-time premier wide receiver, and he knows how to prep for games. He played with a big-time quarterback and Deshaun Watson. I mean, to me, if I'm Howie Roseman, well, I don't know why he is refusing to look at this. Like I said, that deal with the Saints? It boggles my mind that the picks were more important to him than instead of saying, hey, how about Lattimore? How about Cam in the defensive line? We need a pass rusher. How's everything working out with Michael Thomas? Maybe they did. I don't know. But to me, as we started the show out, Barrett, this team doesn't need picks. They need dudes.
Yes. And I mean, look at a team like, Cincinnati. Cincinnati, they need offensive linemen in the worst way.
They got 4 in the offseason so far, and they'll probably draft a guy in the upcoming draft to get a 5th new dude.
They got La'el Collins, and I believe that Dillard is better than La'el Collins, man.
Oh, wow. Then he'll garner then. If you think he's better than Collins.
Yep.
Okay, well then guess what, Barrett? You're talking
he's a better pass
3,
blocker,
don't you think?
Yeah, he's a better pass blocker than La'el Collins. Guaranteed. Because he plays left too. You know what I'm saying? He's a really, really good left tackle. So mark my words, man. That's my big stick for the draft. That Minshew and Dillard will be valuable pieces in this draft.
Who would you bring in to back up Jalen? You're going to need a backup for him. Would you draft? Oh, is this where they draft the backup?
Matt Corral.
So this Matt is what. Wait, so they're gonna. That's funny you say that. Then okay. Well, if they're going to get another guy on a rookie contract in the 3rd round, so they'll have 2 of their quarterbacks on 2 rookie deals. That's pretty smart because Minshew makes more money right now than Jalen does. He makes $2.5 million. And just so you all know, I always start with the money because the money is the one thing that always dictates whether you're going to be on the roster or not.
Yep. Not what you do on the field. Not what you do on the field. It's how much you make.
That's right. Minshew is sitting on the sidelines making $2.5 million this coming season, and Jalen's going to make between 1.2 and 1.5 million. I mean, how he's going to look at this and go, let's get closer to what you're saying. Let's get closer to the draft. Someone's going to need a premier backup guy. I'll tell you what, Minshew to Chicago.
Yep.
You put Minshew in Chicago to back up Justin Fields, or Minshew to the Jets because of that relationship that I think Flacco's up there, but Flacco's got no gas left in the tank. If you're the Jets, you want that dude off your team because of the money that he makes. So like a young quarterback, how about this? I think Minshew wouldn't go back to Jacksonville with Doug. I doubt he would do something like that. Gardner Minshew too, like the Chargers. You need having a quality backup quarterback is essential in today's NFL. And this is where I think Howie, like you said, Howie drafts a quarterback in the latter rounds. Maybe the kid from Cincinnati, you get him in around 3 or 4, and there's your backup quarterback.
Bro, it makes a lot of sense, man.
It
Because
does.
I really see them.
So you're
They're going
saying
to draft a
Dillard and
quarterback.
Minshew.
Yeah.
Dillard and Minshew.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Both guys are basically at this point probably their best assets as far as trade bait. Even if they wanted to move up in the first, if they wanted to go get a player in the first, earlier in the first, package him with their first round pick, one of those guys with a first round pick to get up farther in the draft, to maybe go out and get a Thibodeau, draft a Thibodeau or one of the premier like Derek Stingley or something like that.
The kid from Purdue too.
What's his name? Defensive end.
Carl Affist.
Yeah, Kalafis. Yeah,
George Kalafis.
Yeah. And I think he'll be there. He'll drop to them. If they wanted to pick him up, he would drop to him. But what if they wanted somebody like Davis? You know what I'm saying? The big tackle from Georgia. Or maybe they want to go down and get maybe the linebacker from Utah,
Devon Lloyd.
Yep. So I mean I see him, I would say Xander said that McMullen says the Eagles don't like Kalaftis.
And then they give me Devon Allen. Okay. Okay. But they like Devon Allen, but they don't like the guy from Purdue who destroyed Ohio State. Okay.
Hold on.
You can't tell me on that shit anymore, dog.
That's a show in itself, right?
Dog, totally. Don't talk to me like that. Hey, don't talk to me like that. Hey, I don't like the guy who could potentially be a top 10 draft choice, but I love the kid who hasn't played in 6 years, and I'm going to sign him to a contract. Okay, yeah,
right.
Come on, man. I'd rather why not? What's wrong with Julio? Too expensive and no gas?
I don't know. Oh, well, he'll have gas for this team.
I'm sorry I've poisoned him, folks. I'm sorry I've poisoned you, dog. I mean, this is how I would play Julio. I wouldn't play him 7 games. I'd play Julio Jones 13 ball games. I have to get his ankles healthy. I want to keep his hamstrings healthy. He's had issues with them the last couple of years. I'm not going to play him 17 ball games. He's starting to get up there. He's got a lot of miles on him, but I still think that if you have a decent signal caller with him, I still think you could get around 900 yards out of him. And like you said, 900 yards, that's your number one wide receiver in Philadelphia right now. If you get a 900-yard season out of Julio Jones and you get another 900-yard season out of Devontae Smith, shit, I'll tell you this, the way they play ball, if you get 900 yards out of Devontae, you get 900 yards out of another wide receiver, and your tight end can give you 800 yards, you might win 11 ball games.
You might have a 35, 32, 35 yard passer also. Almost a 4,000 yard passer then.
With the running game that's going to average about 168 yards a game. And you may, and Barrett, you may drop a little bit in your yards per game when it comes to putting up the numbers, but your yards per carry will probably increase, right? Don't you think if you had another wide receiver on the other side of Devontae Smith? To me, Barrett, it's not about having the most rushing yards in a game. To me, it's about the yards per carry. If I'm starting to carry the ball at 4.5 and I'm being able to use that with play action, that's where Jalen Hurts is going to become a 3,500-yard passer. If he doesn't, to me, I don't care about the volume. I care what you're doing with your running game. So
right.
Devon
I don't
Allen.
understand that.
The only thing he catches is batons. He doesn't catch footballs. This guy he's caught more batons in the last 6 years than he's caught footballs.
4x1.
Yeah, hey, right here, man. Hey, you got out of the gate too soon.
Oh, man. Breaking news, huh? Breaking news.
Oh, no. Enormous breaking news. Eagles have signed a guy who hasn't played ball since Donovan McNabb. I don't know.
You know what? And I'm so glad, man, because I'm like, who? I'm like,
I love that.
I'm like, what?
And hey, you
How
didn't
come I
even know
never
who
heard
the
of
guy
him?
who broke the story was. Xander goes, he knows who he is, and
I
I'm
know
going,
Spuds. Yeah, I know Spuds, but because I call him Spuds, we call him Spadero or Spuds. When you said Dave, I'm like, Dave. Oh, Spud. Yeah. But I like to go in and I research a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, how come I've never heard of Devon Allen? I'm like, Devon Allen. I'm like, how do I not know who this guy is? Oh, because he's been running track. That's why I don't know who he is. Devon Allen. I'm like, Devon Allen.
hey, here's breaking news. The Philadelphia Eagles have just signed Tom Smith from the bobsled team from the Winter Olympics as a new fullback. Oh, wait, they don't have one. Who cares? We'll find a spot for him.
Eagles sign Hussein Bolt.
Now, I'm all right with that. I'd like to see that, actually. Put that guy in a straight line.
Right.
I bet you. Hey, I bet
Put
you
him at tight end.
He's like 6'6".
Right.
I bet you. Hey, I'll bet you today you could take him off his couch and he could run a 4.2.
No question.
What? Hey, Devon Allen. Hey, we leave you with breaking news. Unreal. Unfreaking real. Dude.
Bro, on that note, have a great holiday. I mean, have a great weekend.
What's the holiday?
Well, it's no holiday. We're celebrating Devon Allen.
Oh, Devon Allen weekend. Oh my God, yeah! I'm gonna run to my freezer and grab a Corona.
Well, your boy is toasting it up. Look, your boy is toasting it up right now. At this point, Hurst could not be more happier that he has a track guy out there now.
I'd rather have T.O. at 48. Why not sign him? And he's in a new touch football league, right?
Right. T.O., man, he looked like he can still play too, man.
Breaking news, next segment on JAKIB Media with me and McMullen. Great. Let's go, baby. Devon Allen. Hey, I'm tuning in for that. I'm sure it'll be unreal breaking down of a guy who hasn't played in 6 years. Let me know. I can't wait to watch that. Right. Brother, have a great weekend. Love you, man. Your family is spectacular. I love those pictures, man. Everyone else, catch me later on the afternoon show, 4 to 6. We'll be breaking down Devon or Devon or whomever, Allen, later on this afternoon. Have a great weekend. Till Monday. We'll see you on the flip side.